Well, hello. Hey, Amaya. Hello. What's up, Sherry? Hey, Chassie. What's up, Courtney? Hello. What's up, Karen? Hello. Hey, Neferteria. Hello. Hey, Sherry. Hey, hi. Hey. Okay, look, I don't know where you guys are located at, but I was raised in the South, and the way it works here is that when somebody speaks to us, we normally speak back. Otherwise, we consider that very rude. Okay, we're gonna try that one more time. Hello. Hi. What's up, Bruce? Real quick, you guys are here for a virtual call center position here. I'm gonna go this information as quickly as possible. Go ahead and grab a pen and paper so you can take some notes. Let me just go ahead and inform you right now. Just because you guys showed up today, that does not mean you're gonna get hired. All right, this is actually about to be like a period of excluding some individual. Okay, but I just want to say hi anyway. Oh, and I need you to turn your cameras on. I need you to turn your cameras on. I don't understand how you show up and not want to be seen. Because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Okay. And then two, we do receive sensitive information from our clients, and we just gotta make sure you're not a scammer. All right, or peeping tom. So turn your cameras on. Before I go into this information, I do need a little grace. Hey Samsung, can we get your mail? Can you get them to put their first and last name, please? I need a little grace. Okay, can I get some grace from you all? May I have some grace? I just need a little bit. Okay, good, fantastic. So look, I'm at the house just like y'all at the house, okay? And I don't know how y'all house is set up, but I got a lot of stuff going on around here in the background with some kids and some dogs and some people. So, if your baby girl try to get your attention right now, I promise you it's quite all right. Okay, we do have a true family friendly environment. We get it. All right. If your dog start acting the fool, I promise you it's quite all right. I just got rid of my dogs. I got two more left. So anybody wants some toy poodles, I'm giving them away. You gotta go. Okay. So that's gonna be okay. It's not going to be okay to have a full blown conversation with the person that's next to you. They probably gonna remove you. Okay, we got a few co-hosts on here, and we don't want them removing you because you talking to anybody and everybody. Okay, so I do want to be respectful of your time. Do me a favor. Can you change your view from gallery to speaker view? I want all eyes focused on me. Okay, look on the top of your screen or your right hand corner. It's change your view from gallery to speaker view. All eyes on me. I know we on Zoom, and I have seen anything and everything. And unfortunately, some people have slip ups and forget their slip is up. Okay, and I don't want nobody unintentionally exposing themselves. I didn't see it all, so all eyes focus on me. All right. Um. Okay, so yeah, you're here for a virtual call center position here. We're Pretty Powerful and Pay Inc. We are built off of faith, family, and then work. All right. We are built off of faith first, then family, and then work. Faith is very important to us. Okay. So with that being said, if you hear a scripture verse that come out of me, and it bothers you, go eat a cookie. Okay. Just go eat a cookie. You're gonna be just fine. Okay. It will not kill you. It might heal you, but it won't kill you. Go eat a cookie. All right. Fantastic. We run our operation like the Chick-fil-A customer service. Okay, that's how we run it. Do you guys know how people are at Chick-fil-A? Yes. No. Okay, just in case they're like, welcome Chick-fil-A, how may I serve you? I hope you have a credible day. My pleasure. Okay, this is how we are in our call center. It is positive vibes only. It is stress and drama free. It is a very peaceful environment. We want to keep it that way. So with that being said, if you're like a negative Ned or a negative Nancy, there's a little button at the very bottom of your screen. It's written in red. It says leave. Bye bye. We do not want you, okay? And you can leave right now. I won't even get offended. I promise you, I won't, okay? Because say that drama for somebody else, not your mama, because she tired of hearing her too. So, negative Ned and negative Nancy. And if you Baptist need to move the finger, put the finger and move to the left, hey, go ahead and leave now. Fantastic. Awesome. Um, so guys, we survived the pandemic without them laying us off, okay? Checks were on time too as well. Thank you, Jesus. Before I just say that, in the light of what's going on right now, if you are going through anything with the government and all these things, these benefits, I sympathize with you. And so I am here with you and I totally understand, okay? But we did not get laid off because of the issues that goes on. So they did send us home without any equipment. So we've been working from home out since 2020. So that means that you need to have your own laptop or desktop. They have stopped leasing those equipments out. Okay. As well as some headsets, just some regular headsets. Y'all, these little earbuds things work just fine. They're not particular with that internet service. That's fine as well. So laptop or desktop are the one headsets. They're not, and the reason for the headset, so that basically they're not going to throw you to the wolves. All the training is going to be virtual. However, it's for your trainer to tell you what to say, how to say it, and when to say it, basically. And the last thing you're gonna need, y'all don't get mad at me. They just told me to tell y'all, okay? So don't get mad at me. They told me to tell y'all have a working cell phone with some minutes. You gotta have some minutes on your phone. Otherwise, it's not gonna work, okay? You gotta have some minutes. It has to be on, okay? Are you guys familiar with like Metro PCS? Y'all familiar with Metro PCS? Yes? No? Okay, some of y'all on here bougie. Some of y'all bougie. So I used to have Metro PCS, okay? But since I've been working here, we can do it for Verizon now. And it's on auto pay. Yes, Lanita. That means the check went up, baby. That's it. Check went up. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. You know how Verizon is. So remember, faith, family, and then work. Family is very, very important here. Extremely important. They don't want you working all day, right? They need you to spend some time with the family at some point or spend some time with yourself. So the hours of operations is from 8 a.m. Central Standard Time to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. You're able to schedule your own hours within those time frames, okay? That basically means that, Anisha, no one's calling you to ask you why you're not at work, okay? We are grown. This not no one's going to be micromanaging you. I think that is absolutely insane, okay? So you're able to schedule your work schedule within those time frames. The hours of operations again from 8 to 11 p.m. Part time is considered 3 days a week and then 2 hours of talk time. That's it. Okay. Part time, 3 days a week, 2 hours of talk time. Full time. Full time is 4 days a week and 4 hours of talk time. Weekend is not required at all unless you strictly work just the weekends only. Okay. We do work on a 4 day work week. You will have some individuals. We do have some individuals who work on a 5 day work week. They consider the superstars. You know, they want to work 5 days a week. That's on them. Okay, that is not my business. Okay. Um, Oh, ladies, y'all look so pretty on this screen. Y'all so pretty. Ladies, y'all some smiles. Very pretty, right? I could tell a Capricorn because we don't smile for smile, y'all. Hey, very pretty. Okay. And shout out to the men. Very handsome. I love when they hire men in a call center because it gives a whole vibe. So, and if no one has told you today, we truly appreciate you. We do. We appreciate you and we need you, okay? We do. So shout out to our gentlemen. And real quick, just my gentleman, only my gentleman. I need you to do a quick favor for me. Can you please place your hands over your ears and count to five real quick? Only if you're a gentleman. Just put your hands over your ears and count to five real quick. Only if you're a gentleman. Okay. So the overachievers here are women. Somehow we outwork the men. We're doing the exact same thing. I do not understand that. All right, got it. Fantastic. Okay. So what I'm not going to do is I said five, not five, Mississippi, five. No, five. I'm done, sir. I'm done, Arthur. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sugarcoat anything at all. All right. I'm not about to make anything look pretty. I won't even tell you this is the best place to work at. That's my opinion. Okay. My opinion don't count. Leslie, you do not know me. Now, I will say this coming November, it'll be 11 years in this position. 11 years in this position. And I'm still smiling, and I don't take high blood pressure medicine at all. Okay, what does that mean? I'm not stressed out about work. No one's getting on my nerves. Absolutely not, because I'll shut the computer off just like that. Absolutely. My peace is everything. Can y'all hear me okay? Wave your hand if you hear me. Okay. Wave your hand if you can hear me. Okay. Okay, awesome. Now, some of y'all didn't wave. And that's probably why you're in the back row at church. You don't want to participate. And that's why the preacher be talking about you every Sunday. All right, let's get on the second row so we can catch a word, okay? Shout out to the deacons. All right, I'm gonna go this information with you. This is work from home position. Let's see if I can go this information. Now, before I go over this though, I will say that I don't know if you all heard what was told to me was like the most wealthiest place in the world. And I heard Dr. Miles Monroe say this. Why did 20 years ago he said the wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard. People go to the graveyard with their shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and their hopes and dreams, thinking they had more time. And I'm gonna tell you right now that We don't have the time we think we have. I remember I just had a stroke not too long ago. I received an email from my employer that was laying me off or terminating me. Now, mind you, I thought I was doing well at the company, but that email put me in a hospital because I was not able to speak or move my body. And so a year before that, though, my sister also had a stroke on the job because of stress. And I want y'all to know that we don't have the time that we think we have. Okay, what I'm about to go over you, it has nothing to do with the stroke, though. It's just to let you know that God has given you the ability to and a purpose that you're supposed to move in. And if you're not moving it, He'll take it away. All right. But let me ask you a question. If you ever wondered, y'all ever wonder why they're like two different lifestyles? Like those who have it, those who don't. I believe at some point that the middle class will get wiped out and the poor eventually gonna work for the rich. Now, I remember just a few years ago, Karen, I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. I remember having too much month and not enough money. As a matter of fact, I remember working two jobs and still broke. And had to ask myself, what's the difference from those people and the people that don't have to worry about those things? You have to ask yourself now, why are you in a position that you're in right now if you're struggling, if you're having to worry about how you're going to feed the kids next month and the mortgage and all these things, how you're working so much but don't have enough to make ends meet. And so, what I'm going to be able to do is, I've been able to sit in a virtual call center with women and men who are earning fifty to $100,000 sitting at the house. And at some point, you need to figure out how you get what you deserve. By the end of this conversation, I'm going to be able to help you solve 95% of the problems that you have. But ask yourself, why are you here? This is why you're here. We do have a huge problem to fix, Miss Karen. And so the problem is, y'all, what our clients do every single day is they call into these television commercials or they reach out to us online and they're looking to get some type of insurance quote. The problem is they don't have enough people to go over the information with them. Not only that, 3 out of the 10 people we talk to do not have any coverage, which means that about 70% of you all right now do not have enough. And we have a lot of people that are reaching out but do not have enough representatives to reach back out to our clients. Our clients either going to call us, they're going to call in to us, they're going to either text our phone, or they're going to sit there and send the information in and wait for you to call them back. Okay. And so that's the problem that we have to fix. Now, these are our clients. These are the people we talk to every single day. Okay. These actually my favorite type of people. Okay, Karen. They remind me of my neighbors, my grandparents. They remind me of my church members. And I just think it's our duty. I think it's our duty to take care of them the same way they took care of us. I think it's our duty. Okay. But with that being said, some of them could be a joy to talk to. Okay. Janaya, some of these people gonna be a joy to talk to, and some of these people gonna be a joy to talk to. These others, not so much. But these calls are recorded. The lines will be unmuted, which means that everybody hears exactly what you're saying. So you will treat our clients with the utmost respect. All right. But while they're calling in, they saw something online. Again, to look, they're looking for something to cover their casket, headstones, and vaults of things of that nature. Your job is to go to information with them, okay, and that's it. We're able to service individuals from 0 to 89, um, and be able to help them between 30% of their benefits. And we also want to make sure that the funeral home does not take advantage of our clients. These are the companies that we also represent. All right. Oh, let me tell yeah, yeah, that's it. That lady right there. Yeah, that lady remind me of my grandmother. That is my grandmother right there. I think that's such a huge milestone to hit 100. I think that's amazing. And she looked like she having a good time too. Now, I can't tell exactly what she's smoking. But if that was my grandmama, I know exactly what she's smoking. It's not a cigarette either, but it's grandmama, and you can't judge her. But you have a problem to fix. And you gotta ask, I don't know what your problem is, but we all have a problem to fix. And I need you to ask yourself that God forbid if you would have passed away yesterday, who would be in trouble today? Right now, this was the statistics from last year that 63% of people in the US right now living paycheck to paycheck. And how does that even make you feel? 40% of divorces right now, if you're married, 40% of divorces are being caused from financial problems. This right here and this is right here, those two categories I somehow unfortunately fell into. But ask yourself, how does that make you feel? I'm gonna give you the top 10 reasons why people enjoy working here. There is no cold calling here. There's no cold calling. April, if they told me I had to cold call somebody, I would have quit a long time ago. Okay. I am not about that life. I'm not cold calling anybody. Okay. That gives me anxiety. As a matter of fact, y'all are giving me anxiety. This supposed to be a video. They supposed to have sent it out to you. You're supposed to watch it. I don't know why y'all here looking at me. I'm off for work. So y'all give me anxiety, okay? But so there is no cold calling. It also means that you don't have to call your friends, your family, and your mama and them, okay? And I said them. Y'all must be in New York or Northern. So I said them. I'm in Mississippi. We say them, D-E-M, okay? So you're not calling your mama and them, okay? Our clients reach out to us. We don't reach out to them unless they send us their information for us to book an appointment to call them back, okay? So there is absolutely no cold calling at all. This is how your day-to-day operation works. They start the morning off in the morning, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. They'll do a 90-90 where they're talking to their clients for 90 minutes and they do some type of training and then they break out to these rooms. Okay. The virtual call center looks just like this and just in much, much smaller rooms. Okay. Now, I almost quit when I saw this. Okay. I almost quit. Lynetta, I almost walked out the interview. They said simple sales process. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't like nothing dealing with sales. Okay, I don't like salespeople. I don't like car salesmen. Don't call my phone trying to sell me anything. Or when I go to the store, leave me alone. All right. As a matter of fact, I remember getting kicked out of Mary Kay. The first day I went, that lady kicked me out. I ain't even do no ask one question. She said, remove yourself. Okay. So me in sales, not having it. All right. But the interviewer said that Shayna, all you have to do is point, read a script. That's it. Point and read. So, let me tell you how this works, Janaya. Let's just say I had a client to call in or sent them their information. I call them back. They're going to basically, I'm going to say, hey, Miss Mary, what was on your mind when you reached out? We see that your beneficiary, you list your beneficiary as Samuel Johnson, and you look for $30,000 worth of coverage. Do me a favor, go grab your medication. I'll put her medication in the system, and I'm basically telling what she qualified for. Now, if she qualifies for it, she qualifies for it. If she don't, she don't. That's not my business. My job is to give Miss Mary her information and what she may qualify for. Okay. They do training two times a week, 2 times a day, 5 times a week. All right. They're very big about giving back to the people who work here. So they're gonna give you bonuses once a month. You're eligible for bonuses, incentives. They like to give you cash. They're going on a trip once or twice a year. It really just depends. Okay, so they're going to Los Cabos, Munich, Germany, and again, you get to work from home. Okay, sisterhood, brotherhood, community, guys. I think that's amazing. So they're very big about personal development as well. They do a prayer call every Monday morning. You don't have to get on the call. You might need it, but that's just some of those things, okay? But all that stuff sound good. If you use anything like me, I need to know how I'm getting paid, okay? Because that's important. All right. So you probably should screenshot what I'm about to tell you. Screenshot it, write it down. I'm gonna tell you to take a picture of it if you will, unless you can write real fast. But you get paid daily, weekly, as well as monthly. Okay, you got that, LaQuista? Yep, yeah, huh? You're right. Daily, weekly, and monthly. All right. So I'm not about to make this look cutesy or demure. I'm about to give you the worst case situation, okay? Which is the below average info. The average policy or the average payment. Oh yeah, they do background checks here. So if you got anything to do with money laundering, they ain't hiring you because you're dealing with clients' social security numbers and bank account information. Okay, anything with Ozark, they're not hiring you. Just leave it alone, okay? Because you're dealing with these clients' personal information, right? But let's say you're gonna take a payment over the phone. The average payment is around $150 a month. Okay, $150. We deal with clients of all types of income, walks of life. So, but the average is 150. I'm gonna bring the number down to a below average number. Okay, because I can if I give you the average number, you would think it's something else. Okay, so I'm gonna focus on the $80 payment. Okay. Miss Mary gonna give you a check. You're gonna talk to Miss Mary about 45 minutes to an hour. It's usually an hour conversation. You're gonna Miss Mary gonna give that check to you over the phone. Okay, she's gonna give you her banking and account information. Okay, with that $80, after you get you, as soon as she gives you that payment, the company says Miss Mary gonna pay the $80 for the next 12 months. So she's on auto draft, okay? The company's gonna put you on between 75 135%. I know you guys don't understand this, so I'm not gonna go over it. But basically, the company's gonna give you 75% of what she's going to pay for the year. The other 25% is given to you the ninth month after that, and then you'll start receiving a payment of all your clients every single month until that client passes away. That one check, that once a month check, and this after your ninth month, is on an average of $2,000 to $4,000 once a month. But your daily, as soon as you take that $80 check, within the next day or 3 days later, it is going to be around $648. Now, let me say this, because this is just how the breakdown is. That we have part-time people. Part-time people are typically talking to about 10 people a week. I said talking to 10 people. Eight of those people, there you go, Bruce. Eight of those people are going to tell you no. They're going to tell you not right now. Call me back later. Let me think about it. Eight of those people might tell you a few choices of words they would not even say in front of a pastor. They only Christian on Sundays, Lord Jesus. So you gonna have to deal with the word no a lot. Two of those people should be giving you a check. Two. And I lowball the number. It's really three. But I'm giving you like worst case scenario. Out of those two people, that's $1,000 a week, $4,300 a month, 51,000 a year. Now, Miss Donna, may I be transparent with you? Can I be transparent with y'all? Can I be transparent? Okay, fantastic. Look, this right here, I think that's amazing. I also think that's people with great confidence and customer service skills. Okay, they said Sheena, all you gotta do is point and read. I stutter. Okay, I probably stuttered 3 or 4 times in this overview. Okay, so I didn't do no 51,000 like the other people. Okay, now I come from a medical background and not a doctor. And so I'm used to earn about $20,000 a year. But when I came part time, I did like 45,000 part time. That was a whole come up for me, okay? Because I had to do a point read, and then because your trainer, your team lead is gonna tell you exactly what to say, how to say, and when to say it the whole time. Okay, full time people. Remember, full time people working 4 days a week. Some of them are five. It is up to you. Full-time people are typically talking about 15 people a week. Out of those, out of those people, all but three is gonna give you a check. And I'm low balling it because it's actually more. It's typically you're gonna talk to 20, 15 people gonna tell you no, five should be giving you a check. But for this right here, as low, I try to do as low as possible. Three should be giving you a check. That's $1,900 for the week, 77 for the month, $93,000 for the year. This is average income here for your full-time people. All right. You're able to qualify for a raise every 2 months. It is not a 5 cents raise. It's more like 5 to 10%. They're very big about management. So if you want to move up in the company, they have those things available as well. But that's legit the information. Okay, the client's gonna call in. They're requesting some insurance information. If they get it, they get it. They don't, they don't. I told you the numbers. All right, but I'm gonna tell you real quickly about me because I got a few minutes. First of all, my name is Shana Michelle Adams. Okay, my background, and you can look me up. I'm a real person. Somebody asked me, "Was this legit?" I said, "Nope, it ain't even legit. It's a scam." It's crazy. Uh, my name's Sheena Michelle Adams. Okay, my background is the medical field. That's all I've done is work the medical field. I was a CNA in school. I went to Mississippi State University, Hale State. I went there for a trimester. I tried it. Too much information. I dropped out. Okay. I was not a cum laude, or whatever how you want to say it, you can tell. So I was working 2 jobs, right, with 3 kids. I was working at a doctor's office, and on the weekends I was working at with Dixie that I got fired twice from. I wouldn't understand. But 4 kids, 2 jobs, I brought home $19,000 a year. That means I'm broke. I'm broke. I'm on every government assistance that was I was able to receive. Food stamps, government housing. And I wasn't receiving, government assistance because I was lazy, like they think we are. It's just that my boss just said, Sheena, um, all I value you is $9 an hour, and if you don't like it, then you can leave. Now I was at this job for 5 years. Nobody lasted 6 months at this place. But I had a situation that came up and I needed like $500. And obviously I didn't have it because I wasn't earning enough. And so I had to ask a friend of mine if she'll loan me $500, and she didn't have it either. And they said you're the average of the 5 people you hang around. That mean I had some broke best friends. And so then I had to go talk to my parents and see if my mom and dad could loan me the money. Now my parents, they'll be retiring next year at the age of 63 or 64. But at that time, my dad had put in a little over 25 plus years at Frito-Lay, Doritos, chip company, right? My mom, a little over 25 years in the school system. And neither one of them had $500 to their name. Now, normally, if you are broke, 9 out of 10 times, you come from broke parents. And they came from broke parents. And so then I had to go talk to my boss and not to loan me the money because that was my boss. But this is the same boss who kids I was watching. She was a doctor, and I worked for her for quite some time. She knew my situation. I'm like, Dr. So and so, I have this emergency and I'm just wondering if I can get my check just 2 days early. And what she said to me was, you know what, Sheena? You're going to have to figure this out on your own. She said, I won't help you. Not couldn't. And I thought I was valued because I was there for a while. And I don't know if you all ever been in a financial crisis, but I had to get that money that day. And instead of me acting out of character, I decided to leave work so I could figure this thing out. But on my way home, I had to go pick up my baby girl from daycare. How many of y'all have kids? Wave your hand, have kids. Yeah, my children are my life. I would do probably almost anything for my kids. And God knew what he was doing when he gave me these kids because if it wasn't for them, I don't even know where I would be at. But I get to this daycare and the daycare worker said, your daughter is already gone. Somebody just picked her up. So somebody just came up here. We never saw them before, but they had some papers. And by law, we had to let her go. Now, they didn't know I was going through this ugly custody battle with my ex-husband, but he found out I couldn't even come up with $500 to hire an attorney. And so he took advantage of that. You see why people who have the most power are probably the people who have the most money. And so because I didn't come up with that money, he kidnapped our daughter and took her out the state. And I didn't see her for almost 6 months. Now imagine not knowing where your loved one is at for a whole 6 months, your child. They changed their telephone number. I had to call the FBI. They had to get involved until one day some random person called me and said, your daughter is at this place right here. And then hung up the phone. Call lasted 10 seconds. And so I pulled up to this place and I realized my little baby girl, my baby, was dropped off in an abandoned building by herself, no baby bag. She didn't have any milk. She was crying on top of her lungs, barely even looked the same. All because her mother worked 2 jobs and couldn't even come up with $500 to save her life. And so I prayed to God right there and I said, God, you're going to have to fix this whole situation because how do I end up right here? Off of $500? Don't nobody got it? And I'm like, God, just fix it. Whatever you need to do, just fix it. And y'all know how God is, because we'll start praying to him and he going to answer our prayer, but he going to do it his own special way. It'll only be the way we want it. And I said, God, just give me the sign. And sure enough, the sign was this insurance thing. I'm like, God, get somebody else to do it. Because you don't even like people like that. I don't talk. Oh, let me just flip the patient over. That's all I want to do. And you know, it's kind of funny because we be asking God for these signs, right? And he tell us to go right, but somehow we go left because it doesn't look right to us. Oh, it's going to require too much of me. Well, to whom much is given, much is required. And because you keep going left, that's probably why you keep getting what you're getting. Which means now you got to forfeit your right to complain because you're no longer covered. And see, I was a hard-headed child of God. I said, God, I sure appreciate you what you're doing. I know you're trying to help me out, but I got this next interview that I really think I'm gonna get, and I'm gonna promise you I'm gonna call you back. I know that I'm gonna get this interview. And I went on that interview and I got the job and my income with her. I said, thank you, Jesus. But somehow God gonna find a way to teach you a lesson or use what you done to teach you a lesson. And I found myself in the same boat where we couldn't even another emergency. Now we can't pay the rent. And so now we homeless. Me and my three kids living in these nasty, nasty, nasty motels. But then I decided to surrender because I remember the way my God is set up. He's not going to lead me down the wrong path. He said it's not going to be easy, my child, but this is the right way. And from that one decision of just doing what he told me to do and not necessarily what I wanted to do, I went from earning $45,000 $20,000 a year with those two jobs to start to do this little insurance thing and started doing from $20,000 to $45,000 part time. I ain't even want to do it. Now in the second year, I was able to go full time. I said, look, I might well go full time. I'm already at the house. You know, the boss ain't bossing. These clients still silly, but at least I get to be at the house. I'm not stressed out. You know, I get to work from home. I work in my Zoom outfit. You know, y'all know what the Zoom outfit is. You know, you look good from the waist up. Now, if I stand up right now, you're gonna be seeing my pajamas, right? I still got my pajamas on, my house shoes on, but long as that camera don't go down, I'm straight. All right. And so the second year I did like 69,000. Now they say you can earn $100,000. And that is to be true. But everybody ain't gonna make $100,000 in their first year. It's not happening, right? But I was thankful for my 69,000 because that's a come up. I was able to move on the other side of town. Yeah, my neighbors think I'm in the drug business. I'm just the insurance agent. It's just me. I'm kidding. Um, but this is, this is not gonna be for everybody. Okay, it's just not. All right, and obviously, um, there's some things that come along with it. There is, and so let me ask you real quick: is that well? Hopefully, God forbid, you don't find yourself in a situation, but there is going to be a cost to this. Okay. And so what is the cost? Well, what's the cost of you not making a decision to change your life? What does that look like for you? What is the cost of you not making a decision and you're not able to go live the life that you want to live? What is the cost of you kind of keep telling your family, no, I'm not able to afford it, or no, we can't go here? And what is the cost of you continue to keep continue to be stressed out about work and not able to pay the bills on time? I mean, what is the cost that you're not able to take care of your family the way you can? Because there is a cost, and so you got to ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you to change your life? What are you, at some point you got to be tired of being sick and tired. But this is a position is to become a licensed certified agent. If you ever been into cosmetology or nursing or any type of certification, a teacher, it does take time. It usually take up to 18 months to become a nurse, or up to 12 to 18 weeks to become certified as a medical biller. I've tried it. All right. To become a life insurance agent, it usually is going to take you about 5 to 7 days, if not sooner. So here's the cost. You have to get certified for this, okay? You have to be certified to even talk to these clients on the phone because of this. It's state regulated, okay? And so normally this is what it would cost. Normally this would have cost. Before I do, I need you guys to, if you are something that, if you have additional questions, I don't know if you have questions or not, I need you to text I'm in to this 844-973-1184, and someone's going to reach out to you because they're doing scholarships at the very moment. But oh, and don't act the broke, please don't ask the brokest person you know about doing something like this. All right. I already tried it for you. I said, Mama, Dad, what you think about me doing insurance? They said, girl, don't do it. You got a good job, Savannah. They said that 10 years ago, my $9 an hour. For the past few years, my mom will send me a text message on the first of the month as a reminder. Hey, baby, don't forget to send that cash up. They don't say it no more because now their bills are being paid. You have to text the number to 844-973-1184. This is what it normally costs though. Okay, because there's three different things. You have to get certified. Okay. The course itself is $199. Okay. I will be honest with you, you can find a course cheaper. You can. I already did it for you. I'm telling you, I'm y'all friend. I already tried, okay? I had to take that test 10 times because it was cheap. You go get what you pay for, okay? The regular cost is $199. Okay, right. And then but prior to it is 99. That's for the pre-licensed course. You have to get certified to talk to these clients. Okay. This everything that come along with it, you're gonna get the platform and guaranteed placement on the team as long as you do not have a felony dealing with money laundering. Okay. That's just a basic information. That's just basic to get started and you get a guaranteed place on the team. This right here is a money back guarantee. This most popular one is 100% guarantee. Okay, you get the 199. The course is still 199, but you get all these things that's involved in it. Okay, all this comes along with this. It also comes with your phone system. You don't have to pay for that. Everything else is separate if you choose that, and also a sales academy. It comes along with that. Customer relations program that just to keep all your clients on in one spot because you want to be able to reach out to your clients several times a year. All that comes along with this, okay? That is the VIP, and it's $499. Those exclusive people. Some people just want the best of the best of the best, and that's right there. Because of the situation that's going on with the government, they're doing a sponsorship. They're doing a sponsorship for the first 10 people, and then they have to go through another process to see if you qualify before of the next, but you have to do this within 24 hours. That cost right there goes down to $39. I don't know how long they're gonna do it, but they're doing it for the first 10 people. You have to text this 844-973-1184 if you don't want to go ahead and go, if you don't want to try to qualify for this the scholarship and you want to go straight to the VIP, you're more than welcome to do so. But this right here with the government situation, what's going on with the government, they're doing sponsorship with that's only $39 for the next 24 hours for the first 10 people. As I stated before, guys, I need for y'all to, regardless of what you guys decide to do, I need you all to remember who you are and in whose you are. I need you to remember that you're the head and not the tail. I need you to remember that you are above and not beneath. I need you to remember, Lanita, that you are the lender and not the borrower. That you are loved by God, you're protected by God, and you were actually chosen by God. That no weapon shall form against you shall prosper, and every single tongue that rises above you in judgment shall be condemned because you are a winner and you are loved. And He said that you can have anything and everything that you deserve and that you desire because it's already yours. But you must practice these principles to get to the promise. And some of us is not going to make it to the promise because we can't even participate in these principles, which means somebody on here probably going to get left behind. Don't let that be you. Yeah, we are very big about saving people, but Jesus died on the cross and He still couldn't save everybody. Everybody don't want to be saved. If you have any additional questions, reach out to the 844-973-1184. I do say that the first 10 people within 24 hours, they're going to allow the basic course to be only $39.99. Anything after that is either going to be the basic or the VIP. God, that is it. I want y'all to know trouble don't last always, okay? In order for you to get through your breakthrough, you got to get broken down first, okay? Y'all have an amazing day. Love on yourself, and we talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.